All right, so, geez, that was a pain in my dick. Fuck, dude. All right. So hopefully no sexual ads pop up. So all right, let's get the next fucking race going.
Hey baby, are you horny? This game will make you come in a second.
Jerking off alone like a fucking loser? Don't do
Jerking
that.
Your tiny dick like an incel.
Don't do that. Come to Jerkmate and spend $50 to jack it. Because, you know, nothing screams fucking horny loser quite like spending your paycheck on jacking off. I do not understand that one bit.
I don't either. And honestly, if anyone ever proudly told me that they like subscribe to like a porn site or something, I'd probably want to shoot them in the head.
Nah, see, my thing is, if you're subscribing to a porn site with all the free porn out there, there's something wrong with you there. Like, I mean, that's like these people that had subscribed to Mia Khalifa's fucking OnlyFans. Like, really? Really? Like, I mean, there's not enough material out there of her.
Yeah, there's like probably like 100 something fucking videos. She's actually way more than that.
No, I think there's like 12. There's only like 12 of them, but they get clipped. But yeah, I think she only did like 8 or 12. But I mean, you mean to tell me that I gotta see her updated. I mean, I really want to see, current up to date. Like, come on, man. Jesus. And then what's worse is a quick Google search will save you, $5 a month.
Yeah.
I think she's charging way more than that, but hey, who am I? Who am I? It's not my money.
Bass on the left and Slacker on the right. Two idiots who masturbate all night, talking about nothing at all, just throwing shit at the wall. This tavern's got no atmosphere. Ever since we stepped in here, pull up a chair and pick up a drink, 'cause we got topics that'll make you not think. Master B.A.T.R cast.
All right, so Firebulg.
I think it's pronounced Furbolg.
Is it Furbolg? All right,
yeah.
well, potato. So, point is, Furbolg.
I think they're pretty cool. The lore around them is like, it's very focused on like druidic culture and stuff like that. And if I'm remembering right, all Furbolgs like have the innate ability to speak with plants or speak with animals. It's one of the two.
I was gonna say, I think it's speaking with animals, or they've got like an innate connection with animals. Because I've only had one player do a Furbolg, and he was a Furbolg barbarian, and it was a unique thing because he was very peaceful, but then on the opposite end of the spectrum, he's a barbarian. So it was an interesting combination. Player didn't last too long because whatever fucking reason. I'm probably just a shitty DM. And I mean, it was an interesting character though. Very interesting, and I wish I would have gotten to see more of it.
But I mean, yeah, that definitely sounds cool. I wouldn't think to do a Furbolg barbarian, but I think that's a cool juxtaposition. And just in general, I feel like there is a lot of cool stuff that can be done with like the lore and culture surrounding Furbolgs. It's a lot like dwarves, how dwarves have a really deep connection with the earth, like with like rock and stone. And there's some cool stuff that can be done with that I've seen. And I think Furbolgs are pretty similar. So I'm comfortable putting it in B.
Yeah, I would say I want I definitely want to see more eventually later on down the road. I would like to see, you know, Furbolgs for sure, you know, in a campaign setting or a one shot, because again, it was interesting. They're very interesting characters that you know, there's some versatility there that may not be so apparent. Like, what about a necromantic Furbolg, you know?
I mean, did you figure that I played a Furbolg monk in the second Small Tales that we did?
Wait, were you a Furbolg?
Yeah, I was a Furbolg monk.
Oh, your character on that one was very forgetful. I think it was because you didn't have much time. It was basically, that second one was definitely not meant for very much player character development.
Yeah, but which is fine. It was kind of a throwaway character anyway. But I do remember you left a cliffhanger where we can explore later. Like they were going to go into the hells,
purgatory,
and get another orb.
Yeah, well, you guys were going to get the head of that demon that you guys released.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, because you guys killed him, but he just went back to purgatory.
Yeah, you need to kill them in their like home realm or whatever, right?
Yep.
Yeah, to kill them for good.
So yeah, and I was just like, you know what? There's such interesting characters. Like I wanted to see more of Plog. I wanted to see more of Chico for damn sure.
Yeah, it's Chico Machismo. Yeah.
All right, it's just some fucking dude cosplaying as fucking Macho Man. Like, oh yeah, I'm Chico Machismo. Yeah, I got a cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm the cream of the crop. Yeah, and the cream always rises to the top. You know,
say adios to your huevos, amigo.
Right. But yeah, I mean, and then of course I wanted to see more of D Pity, because I think there could have been a lot more to that character. Of course, Kirsch being dead, I think that was a funny little twist I gave to Aurelius.
Dude, the donkey that was like a fucking archdemon or whatever.
Yes,
so funny.
He's like, I like waffles. Bring me the souls of the innocent Kirsch. Or else I will.
Head of that child.
You see that child over there, Kirsch? Bring me that child.
Donkey, I don't think that's a very good idea.
It's a perfect idea.
Do it now.
Bring me the soul. Just swallowing the fucking child whole.
Oh god, like a fucking Smiling Friends cutaway.
Yes. All right, a Genasi or Genesee.
It's I don't know how this one's pronounced. I've heard Genasi, Genasi. Yeah.
I've heard Genasi.
Yeah, like the elemental aspect. The elemental aspect of the Genasi are really cool.
I had one Genasi, and his character was definitely an interesting one. Of course, he never really got to play that character out because the player got a little impatient, decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to see what this artifact does. And he ended up killing himself.
Oof.
Yeah, so it was interesting, though. He was a water merchant in the desert where water is extremely scarce, which I thought that was perfect. And he was also you would travel around selling water. It was perfect. It made sense. It was a well thought out character, but the role play got a little too much, and I guess he just got impatient. So he ended up slipping the necklace on and destroying his soul, which in turn killed him.
Oof.
But Genasi are fucking versatile. I will say that, like, they are very versatile. So depending on the climate and the area, region, all that fun shit, they could be extremely versatile and very helpful. Yeah. Very much a what's it called? A utility race. Very much a utility race.
Mm-hmm. I always thought it'd be kind of cool to have a fire Genasi that's like a survivalist. So like he doesn't have to worry about like, scavenging for like firewood or anything. He can kind of just make a campfire.
And his natural enemy is water, rain,
Yeah.
a slight drizzle.
Yeah, so he would need a good tent, but like he doesn't have to worry about getting like a percolator for coffee or anything. He can literally just, or like he could just cook his food with his fucking hands probably. Being a survivalist as a fire genos, he'd probably be pretty easy.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, unless you're in the desert.
Yeah.
I turn this sand into glass.
Fucking Hiroshima 2.0.
Shit. Remember when the sun rose twice?
Yeah, I'm not. Like all that being said, I'm not really sure where I want to rank this. So I'll kind of leave it up to you.
I was gonna say I would put it at a solid C, a strong B, just for the utility purposes of it. There is rules is written. Rules is written. I know the water genasi are fairly, and that's of course own experience. They're fairly strong with rules is written because they can create and destroy water, and the human body is like 70% or 80% water. So I mean, rules is written. You could destroy the water in somebody's body. Yeah, I think it's like a 5 cubic area.
Mm-hmm.
5 foot cubic area.
That's badass. That's a lot like blood bending with like the water bending from Avatar.
Oh yeah. It's fucking wild because when he tossed me that situation, he didn't actually do it in game, but he ended up tossing that situation to me like, hey, did you know? I was like, Jesus Christ. And then he asked me one time, he goes, so I have a question. Would you consider somebody's lungs a vessel? I was like, what do you mean? He goes, well, the lungs are, would you consider them a vessel? Like, they're not, I was like, well, they're fucking organs. He goes, yeah. But would you consider it a vessel? And I thought about it and I was like, okay, well, describe to me what a vessel is. And he goes, something that can hold water or hold liquid and that can be closed off. And I'm thinking about it and I'm like, well, technically, yeah, because you have a sphincter in your esophagus that closes off your lungs. So technically, yeah. I mean, yeah, the lungs could be considered a vessel. And he goes,
that's how people drown. Their lungs fill up with water and it can't escape. So
yep, that's exactly what he said. He goes, okay, so I would like to create water in somebody's lungs. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That is ruthless.
Yeah. So, I mean, definitely, I'm willing to put it at a B, to be honest with you, just for that. Because now that I'm rethinking it, yeah, I mean, that's pretty savage. A B, a strong, solid B.
I think I agree with you there.
A Gith, I don't know shit about Gith.
I will say I didn't know a whole lot about him either. I don't know if you played Baldur's Gate 3, but Baldur's Gate 3 really kind of expounded on the lore of Gith, how, they're from, I think they're from the Astral Sea. And they're dragon riders or wyvern riders rather. And there's, and their culture is focused very, very intensely on like, prowess in battle. Like if you're not a worthy warrior, like, you're not respected and stuff like that. So in a lot of ways, it's similar to Goliaths and orcs. There's like a hierarchy. And they tend to be pretty good beast masters, specifically with wyverns.
Huh. Yeah. See, I still got no clue. I mean, I'm looking at the little picture here and I'm thinking, he looks like he's rocking that Asian goatee,
Yeah, he looks like Sifu.
He does. He does. It's wild. I mean, I'm wondering if they're supposed to be like, space Asians,
Spasians.
Spasians, yes. Like space Asians.
And I will say their language is it's kind of cool. It's very guttural. It has like a lot of hard consonants and stuff like that. That's kind of just a small observation, but
I am from the Astral Sea. Is it like that?
no, it's very no. It's like it's got hard consonants. Like one of the words that they use often is like I think it's like geek.
Oh,
like it's it's hard consonants like that, like G K.
I'm looking at this GIF right now. On just a little picture on the website, and I think his name is Mako, or it's Mako. I want to say it's Mako though. He used to voice. He was in Conan the Barbarian as the sorcerer. He voiced Aku from Samurai Jack. But that dude, I could see him playing that character. But unfortunately, he passed away. A few years back. And but dude, fucking.
Hell yeah.
You come to me as a child.
A foolish samurai warrior. Holding an ancient sword. Holding a foolish samurai warrior.
Exactly. Like, holy shit, I could see him voicing that. Just purely based off of that, I'm going to put him at an A. I'm cool with putting his ass at an A.
Put in an A.
Yeah, because straight up, I could see Mako fucking voicing him. Would love it. And now we get to the bastard child of the dwarves.
I'm just going to say it. I might get some flack for this. I don't like gnomes. I think they're boring.
Yeah, same here.
I'd put them in F, honestly.
I mean, there's so many short races that it's just like that are more versatile. And
yeah, they don't stand out very much.
They really don't. They really don't for me.
I mean, except for like deep gnomes, but I don't think deep gnomes were like a playable race in 5e for a long time. And I think you have to get an expansion for them anyway. So
I believe so, yeah.
Like, deep gnomes are kind of cool. But it's kind of just an offshoot of fucking it's kind of just an offshoot of dwarves, except they're in like the Underdark. And aside from like the skin tone and like the Underdark culture and like how they're not adjusted to the surface and they don't know the norms on like the surface or anything like that, like aside from that, there's not really that much. Even then, like deep gnomes are kind of just shittier drow. So
pretty much. It's like they're the fuck it. I mean, I've never seen anybody play them in my campaigns or even the shorts. And they've really never stood out. I mean, I know that there's a shit ton of subspecies of the gnomes, and it's just like, okay. Like,
yeah.
You could have done better, but hey. So yeah, F I'm fine with. Now we're on to
our first F.
Yeah. Got our first F, and now we're on to the goblins.
I like goblins. Granted, I think that modern culture has made a lot of people horny for goblins.
What do you mean?
Like, artists will draw like female goblins as like fucking like short stacks and shit. And it seems like a lot of people are jumping on that bandwagon. But I'm more talking about like I just like how goblins are like they're like little shits, like they're super greedy and like they love shiny stuff. They're a lot like kobolds, honestly. They have like tribes or packs or whatever, and you can get overwhelmed by goblins very easily if there's more than like 3 of them.
You could just say you like the goblins because they're Jewish. It's cool. I mean,
Well, no, that doesn't work because I'm a certified Tenley hater.
Oh God, we got ourselves a Kanye. Oh Jesus!
Wait! No, no.
Hang on. No, see, I do enjoy the goblins, except see, I don't make them as little mischievous shits. I may. So in the world that we will eventually get
I'm
back
gonna hear
to.
you out, but I want you to know that it's okay to be wrong.
Okay, so I make them a very fearsome foe. One on one, there's not really much to them, but you know, I mean, they'll kidnap, they'll kill, you know, all that fun shit. In a group, though, they are fucking dangerous. I mean,
Well, that's
dangerous.
what I was saying.
Like
you can't take on a fucking horde of goblins at once.
Well,
you're gonna be in trouble.
You could take on a horde of goblins. Like, have you ever seen Goblin Slayer?
Actually, no, but I've been told it's really good.
So I've seen the first season of it, and Goblin Slayer put goblins into a different perspective. Now, there's going to be people like, oh, you be where they rape. Yeah, sure. That's one way of looking at it. Or the fact that they're fucking dangerous. Like you had a group of the first scene, you had a group of people try to take on goblins, and it wasn't like a large group of goblins. I think there may have been like 20 of them, but a party of, I think it was like 3 or 4 adventurers would be able to handedly, in normal circumstances, take on a horde of goblins fairly easily, especially a mage or cleric, a warrior that was unprepared. Now, granted, they were kind of brand new to it, but the goblins were also dangerous. They were using the dark to their advantage. They were tactical. They were they swarmed. They got killed, some of them, but they eventually overwhelmed, and then began torturing. Legitimately torturing. Like, they didn't just outright kill them. It was, nope, we're going to torture you for our amusement. Like, dangerous little shits. So, getting rid of the rapey part, I enjoyed bringing the rest of that to the D&D world, because it was just like, all right, it makes sense. Do they kidnap women? Yes. Are you going to use your imagination? Probably. But that's not my problem, because I'll never say what they're doing. They have several women tied to the walls. What are they doing with the women? I just said tied to the fucking imagination.
Use your imagination and keep it to yourself.
Pretty much. I just said they had them tied to the fucking walls. Are they naked?
Yeah.
Like, bud, leave.
Yeah, I'm okay with putting goblins like A or B.
I would say definitely a strong B. A, it depends. It depends on depends on the DM, because again, goblins are extremely versatile. I've seen goblins played as, just misunderstood. Yeah, they have some mischievous people, but they're as diverse as humans are. So I've seen them played as that. To give them an A, I think it would just be dependent on who's playing them, but definitely a solid B.
I'm putting it in B.
All right, Goliath.
All right.
I'm just gonna say
Goliath superiority. S. I will accept no alternative.
I was about to just say S. Like, there's nothing to fucking argue about. I mean, they are very much a bland character, but they are extremely fucking superior to a lot of the fucking races, just given their natural strength and the fact that everybody plays a barbarian. So yeah, I mean, I got no problem throwing them on S.
Yeah. Goliaths aren't necessarily very versatile, but what they're made to do, they do incredibly well.
Exactly. They were just made to be played as barbarians. That's it.
Barbarians, fighters. I've seen a few Goliath monks, and and I think that's really good for like DPS and stuff. Like role play wise and like the lore. I mean, I think it's cool. Again, like I was saying earlier, with I think it was Furbolgs or no Gith. They're like they travel in like packs or tribes, or I think they call them herds.
Mm.
They're very like tribal, like early tribal warrior kind of style, which I really like. And yeah, they're just badass.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen 2 instances of Goliath barbarians. And well, no, what I take that back. I've seen 1 instance of a Goliath barbarian and another instance of a Goliath paladin. The paladin, unfortunately, I didn't get to see much of because he was killed fairly shortly after creating his character. Yeah, which we lovingly refer to as getting Midorthed. So, but yeah, sticking him in S, I think is fine. Half elf, easy F, 100%. Pick a fucking side. You're either human or elf. The half elf, you just wasted fucking time.
Yeah, especially because elves for the most part are pretty superior. Like half elves are kind of treated like bastards in the Feywild.
Yeah, I mean,
they're like mongrels basically.
But realistically, there's nothing truly special about them. You know, I mean, they're. I
mean, you might as well make them very inhuman.
At that, yeah, pretty much, or just say fuck it and just be an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, aside from role play, which we've all, I'm pretty sure, have seen, the what's it called, Vox Machina shit. I mean, and granted, they role played those characters well, but there was never really anything truly special about the race.
Yeah,
you know, oh, our father had sex with a human woman. Yay. We're outcasts. Yay.
I mean, pretty much everyone in an adventure and party is, if you squint hard enough. Pretty
much. We all come from. I have a traumatic. It's basically like a backstories. Character backstories are basically like one-upsmanship. Well, you know, I came from a pretty good lifestyle. I just want to go out and see the world. Yeah. Well, I came from my background is I came from a family where my mother killed my father, or my father killed my mother, and I had to grow up on the streets. Oh yeah? Well, my parents killed each other in a murder-suicide pact and left me to fend for myself, and I was sold to a bunch of slavers. Yeah? I wish I had parents. Mine didn't even fucking exist. I was just willed into existence.
Like, my parents died before I was even born.
Like, I couldn't even walk when I was born. Do you understand? It took me 3 years to learn how to walk after I was born. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay. Half orc, same situation. F. Because again, pick a fucking side.
I'll actually disagree.
All right.
I think half orc is another instance similar to Goliath where they're not made to do very much, but what they are made to do, they do pretty well.
Yeah, but at that point, just pick a fucking orc. Because I mean,
well, I don't think orcs were playable races in the earlier versions of the game, right?
I think I'm trying to think. No, they were not. But we have orc on the fucking tier list. That's my thing. Is we have orc on the fucking tier list. So you're kind of viewing half orcs like compared to orcs? Yeah, half orcs compared to orcs. I mean, there's no comparison. Fucking orcs would kick the shit out of a half orc.
We compromise and put them in E.
Yeah, we could put them in E, our first E, because the thing is with the half races, they only do shit half as good as the whole race.
Yeah.
So,
but the half orc resistance comes in clutch.
Oh yeah, unless you get fucking sawed in half by a fucking orc, it's just like, you are a bastard.
It's like
halfling is S. Sorry, halfling is definitely
I'll
an S.
I'll agree with that.
Just because they can never roll a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I have not had any halflings.
Halflings are based off of
hobbits.
They're based off of Tolkien's hobbits, yep. And my God, hobbits are awesome. The food looks amazing. Second breakfast, yes, please.
11sies. But
yep.
No, fucking they are OP as shit with that I could never roll a 1 because you can't fuck them over. Like, you literally cannot fuck them over.
Yep.
Like, that is the one thing a DM does enjoy, is when a player rolls a nat 1 or a critical failure, and you get to kind of fuck with the player a little bit.
Hey, I got news for you, Buzz. Next Small Tales, I'm going to get behind the scenes with everyone, and we're all going to play halflings.
Oh, and you guys are going to face a giant boot. Yeah, fuck around, find out, motherfucker. You're going to face a Luxodon that has an aversion to fucking little people.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Horton here's a bitch-ass motherfucker.
Yeah, pretty much. Horton hears a crunch under his foot from a bitch-ass motherfucker. Like, oh.
All right.
That'll be the first TPK I actually seek. He's got 4 fucking feet, man. He's got 2 legs in the front, 2 legs in the back, and both are itching to get fucking halfling blood on them. Hobgoblin. Terrible.
Hobgoblin.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't care for hobgoblins. I think they're boring.
Yeah, they're it was like, hey, how do we make an evil campaign? Throw a hobgoblin in it.
Yeah. They basically said, take a goblin, give it a beard, make it tall, and paint it red.
And not even make it a goblin, because they're not goblins.
Yeah. And they're still like super subservient to like greater evil line beings, so they're not higher on the pecking order or anything.
No, but they do look regal as fuck sometimes, like in their armor.
They do look cool. Like the design can look cool.
It's like somebody looked at The Lion King and saw Scar and said, yes, I want him in fucking plate armor.
Dude, you're totally right. He looks exactly like Scar.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I saw. I was just like, oh, that's Scar.
Be prepared.
And Scar was a damn good character. A damn good character. I think if you were to play a hobgoblin, I'm putting him in F, by the way. If you were to play a hobgoblin, you would have to play him as fucking Scar. Because hobgoblins are their stats are shit. They're I don't know much about their racial abilities. Even if they even have any, I think they have an aversion to fire, which makes sense.
Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, because I think their shit sucks. Make sure you put 2014 because you don't want to put 2024. Because they may have changed them.
2014. Dexterity plus. Whoa, hold on. Oh, this is Pathfinder. Never mind.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Just made a
dark vision.
Everybody has that.
And Fortune of the Many.
What's Fortune of the Many?
Fortune of the Many. Let's see. Fortune of the Many. ID. If you miss an attack roll or fail an ability check saving throw, you can draw on your bonds of reciprocity to gain a bonus.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Yeah, that's essentially just like, that's like +1, +2. That's base attack bonus again. That's boring. Yeah. I might play a Hobgoblin someday. I haven't had any desire to, though, and I have like 50 characters backlogged in my D&D Beyond app, so what does that tell you?
And not one of them is a fucking hobgoblin.
Hobglob?
Yeah, not one of them is a hemoglobin. That bloody motherfucker. But no, I think if you were to play a hobgoblin, you'd want to play him similar to Scar, where they're kind of cowardly.
I would make Drag Roglin the Knobgoblin Hobgoblin.
Oh,
He'd be a male
yeah.
prostitute.
But I mean, he'd have to be able to have he would sweet talk his way, because
Yeah.
I mean,
He'd be a bard.
Oh, 100%. All right, human S-class, 100%.
The indomitable human spirit wins again.
Yep, pretty much. Nah, most versatile motherfucker. I tell you what, you stick that fucking race in
Anywhere.
any climate. They have adapted and thrived, while other races have fucking dwindled and died.
Yeah.
So I mean, that right there is just that's an S-class superiority thing. You're gonna have somebody going, human, oh, that's an F. Is it?
Yeah, eat a dick, buddy.
I would love to see the dwarves survive in fucking hot climate that aren't bullshit.
Exactly.
Survive in the desert with no mountains, just sand.
That's a huge point in the humans' favor in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. All these amazing races: Goliath, Dragonborn, Furbolg, Tabaxi, Tieflings, and yet humans are still around.
Well, here's the real kicker, though. I mean, I'm talking a bit of shit. Somebody's getting mad, I'm sure. But, I mean, realistically, I've created fucking dwarves that live in the fucking sand dunes that are, that speak with a Russian accent and are black because the sun is, beaten down on them for generations to where they've, had to evolve darker skin to not burn. So, I mean, bullshit aside, you create whatever fucking race of dwarves you want.
Yeah.
They're Egyptian dwarves. Every time they walk like an Egyptian.
Oh,
all right.
Boy.
Kalishtar. Not sure what the fuck that is.
I pulled it up here on the wiki. The Kalishtar are a compound race created from the union of humanity and renegade spirits from the plane of dreams, spirits called Quarry. Kalishtar are often seen as wise, spiritual people with great compassion for others, but there is an unmistakable alien quality to the Kalishtar as they are haunted by the conflicts of their otherworldly spirits. Cool concept. Kind of like a mix between a human and a ghost.
I mean, it sounds like somebody was, really edgy there when they were creating that. Kind of like that, was that one race that cuts themselves and a class that cuts themselves and uses their blood?
Blood hunters.
Blood hunters, yeah. Yeah, same amount of edgy there, if you ask me. Oh, you don't understand. I'm just fighting demons that are just not my own.
You want me to read their racial abilities and stuff?
Please, give them something that sounds decent.
This is from Eberron, Rising of the Last War, which I believe is the official expansion that made Kalishtar playable. Ability score increase. Your wisdom score increases by 2, and your charisma score increases by 1. Age. Kalishtar develop physically at the same rate as humans do and have similar lifespans. Alignment. Kalishtar tend to lean towards lawful good behavior. Most Kalishtar combine strong self-discipline with compassion for all sentient beings. Some Kalishtar resist the virtuous influence of their spirit. So that's very similar to Furbolgs, because most Furbolgs are like neutral good or lawful good.
So fancy humans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Base walking speed 30 feet. Dual mind. You have advantage on all wisdom saving throws. So, okay, so they'd be like good for like sorcerers or wizards probably. And, mind link. You can speak telepathically to any creature you can see, provided the creature is within a number of feet of you equal to 10 times your level. So that's kind of cool that scales with level, actually. Yeah. I will say that gets some brownie points from me. If we're still basing it off of like C's, like middle of the road, I'd be okay with putting them in like high C, low B.
Yeah.
I think there's potential there, but I don't know too much about like the in-depth lore of the Kalistar to really have a firm opinion. So I'm okay with putting it in C or B.
But we could put it in C for sure, because I mean it's kind of like a, I mean I'm saying it's a okay fancy human, but I don't know much about Kalistar. I'll be honest, because it's just like, Yeah, but instead of just shitting on it, because I mean, again, I don't know anything about it. C's fair. C's fair. I would like to see it played in a setting.
I definitely think there's a lot of potential for a really cool character there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. The whole, oh man, I'm fighting demons that aren't my own. Oh, like I'm gonna have a hard time looking past that shit. All right.
I think in like you could kind of boil down the lore a little bit and throw some of that more edgy stuff away. But like the thing like they travel the veil between like mortal and spiritual, I think that can be cool. Like they're planewalkers essentially.
Which that's cool.
Or like they could be like sages.
Fucking playing. Okay, so it's a Magic the Gathering fucking race that was put into D&D.
Seems like it.
Okay. All right. So it's one of those collaborations that that's been going on. Great. Now we're gonna find a synth race popping up here soon. All right. Kenku.
I love Kenku. I think they're really cool. I think the mimicry skill is definitely a good tool that can be used for a lot of shenanigans and fuckery. So I think there's just a lot of fun to be had with having a Kenku in your party.
Never experienced a Kenku. I have been interested to see a Kenku actually be played, whether that's a rogue Kenku, not like a thief or an assassin. I mean, an assassin would be cool, but
yeah, they're really good as rogues.
Yeah,
because they're very light-footed.
Yeah, seeing that or fucking I'm spacing on it. I just lost the fucking race in my head. I'm cool putting them at a B.
Yeah, I will say I personally believe the Kenkus were probably made as like they were throwing a bone to DMs like, hey, do you want your players to be able to play a bird race but don't want to have to worry about planning combat around a flying ability? Here's Kenku.
Yeah, I think that was a big thing too, because Aarakocras are a pain in the ass to plan around, but Kenkus, 100%. I don't think they get a flying speed or anything like that.
No, they can't fly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that Kenkus don't get enough love. I'm fine with putting them in B, but I would personally put them in A.
All right, let's roll a D20 then. See who wins, because I'm cool with putting them in a B just off of what I know.
All right, well, I got a natural 1, so.
All right, let's see what I get. 13. B it is.
Looks like it's staying in B.
All right. Kobold.
I was saying they're really similar to goblins, and I think that they have more or less the same potential. For me personally, I think they're really good, like, chaotic fucking loot gremlin characters.
Very much so.
So
however,
I put them in B.
However, I will say this till I'm red in the fucking face. Third party companies that create races and monsters and that kind of shit have really been giving kobolds a lot of love. They've been now, of course, this isn't gonna go into the decision, but I mean, like, I've got books of kobolds where they're like, hey, we tinker and we make clockwork dragons. We make fucking we've got a barbarian that swings a huge wooden mallet. We got, tricksters, we got this, we got that. I mean, the kobold race has gotten so much love just from third-party DMs.
And I think it's well deserved.
Oh, fuck yeah. Because, I mean, you said it best. They're basically just goblins. They're just reskinned goblins. They're mischievous. They're this, that, and the other. But then, you know, you had somebody go, well, they worship dragons. They follow the orders of dragons. So why not give them a cult? Why not give them magical abilities? Why not this? Why not that? Why not this? Why not make some kobold races better than the other kobold races? You know what? Now we've got different colored scale kobolds. I mean, it's fucking cool. I would be comfortable putting it in an A, just because they're the same as fucking goblins. But if we were adding all the other shit, I would put them in an S for damn sure, because they're fucking extremely versatile.
I'd put them in A.
All right, because yeah, just base shit. They're just reskin cult. They're reskin goblins. Lizard folk.
I didn't pay attention to the lore when I created the lizard folk character that I'm going to use in our offline campaign that Max is going to be running. I kind of made my own lore for it because he's from a fucking swamp. Basically, like, my lizard folk character is like a Louisiana boy.
Yeah.
So I didn't pay much attention to the lore or anything. I will say the natural armor, I think it's 12 plus your Constitution modifier.
Yeah.
Is really cool because, like, I have defense fighting, or like shield fighting, as like a level 1 fighter, so I have a +2 shield, and I have my natural armor with my scales, so that's like DC or AC 17 at level 1, which is pretty fucking sturdy.
Jesus.
So and just aside from that, like, my own personal lore for lizard folks, again, this, you don't have to take this into consideration because it's my personal lore and I didn't pay attention to the official lore. But for me, like, yeah, they live in like swamps and stuff. Like, I kind of put them akin to, like, you know, like newts or like salamanders and like crocodiles and gators.
Now, see, the lizard folk, you know, I read some of the lore. It's pretty basic. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. They do have that good natural armor ability, which you can just get your AC way the fuck up there. However, I do think there's, you know, a little more to them. In our campaign, the main campaign, fucking, you know, they worship dragonborns as, you know, gods, basically. So they will follow, you know, dragonborns. Aside from that, I mean, I'm cool putting them in a B, like a low B.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I will say, like, the natural armor does a lot of heavy lifting for, like, the positives for the race, but it's a really big selling point for me.
Yep. Now this next one, Luxodon. I'm gonna be honest. I have not come across a Luxodon character that I was just like, oh my god, I really want to see. Like, they're just big. That's it. Just big. Aside from the big, they're really not that great.
I think they're good to add variety to your world. I know a lot of people like have certain races that don't exist in their homebrew worlds. But I think Loxodon are really good for variety. I think there's a lot of stuff that can be done with the lore there. Specifically, I know this is kind of stereotypical because elephants, like in India, are very well respected animals. But I know a lot of people in homebrew campaigns will give them like lore that's very similar to, it reflects like Indian lore or Indian culture. And I think that's, you know, yeah, it's stereotypical, but I think it's cool. I think it's a cool way to introduce like multiculturalism within like the lore of your world. Yeah. So if you to use as a vessel for introducing different cultures in the world and broadening your world, I think that Loxodon is one of those races that's very good as a supplemental
Well,
for
and
for like culture and stuff in the world.
elephants were used by many cultures, for
Mhm.
war and shit. But I mean, yeah, you can introduce, a race just to add culture. That's perfectly fine. However, there's nothing really that sticks out to me and goes, man, I really want to see that character played out, because one, Luxodons are huge. Like, they're fucking
Mhm.
huge. They're not
I believe they have
fitting.
a
They're not fitting in
+2 to
normal.
strength. So,
Well, yeah,
like
but they are limited, because it's just like,
yeah.
they're huge. You're not getting into many fucking doors. Like,
Mhm.
so that character is staying outside and relying on the party to relay everything to them. Aside from them just being, decent in a fight, and even then, they really don't outshine anybody. So I mean, I'm good with putting them at a fucking high D, low C. The only reason I'll
Considering
put
what
them
you
in
said, though,
put them in an
I will
F
say,
is because the culture. Oh,
I think D's fair.
okay.
All right. We want to do this last one and then save the rest for part 3.
Yeah, we could do that.
Right.
To get into the commenting on comments.
Yep.
Because we got quite a few that we gotta go burn through, because some of them been sitting there for a minute. Don't want people being like, oh wow, these guys are fucking assholes. They don't even respond to their number one fan. They just kind of they just kind of look at it and go, meh, all right, cool. Yeah, well.
All right, then we'll save the last 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll save the last 12 for next time then.
All right. So we're doing Minotaur, or we're not, we're saving it?
No, we're gonna save it for next time.
Perfect. All right. So I don't know how you're saving the thing, but I'm gonna close it out, because I mean, every time I've done it, it just, I end up closing it out anyway.
I just keep it minimized.
Ah, okay. All righty. So I'm gonna take a quick break, because Papa needs a smoke, because Papa's sitting here going on a couple hours and not having a smoke in his system. So
I'm gonna go get some tea.
Yeah, you get that tea, girl. I'm a pre. Ooh. All right, you back? I guess not. I guess making that tea takes some time.
Sorry, my mic was muted. I'm
Oh,
back.
you piece of shit. Oh, fuck. All right, so. Ooh, let me catch my breath. Walking up them stairs is difficult. Oh,
Fat
man.
fuck.
I'm losing weight, though. I tell you what, I'm fucking
What are you down to?
337 now from 365.
Nice.
Yeah. You want to know what I've been doing? Here's my secret. My secret is having 2 protein shakes a day and counting calories and never going over my caloric intake that I'm supposed to have.
Man, that'll do it.
Yeah, it's called starvation. It works. No, I just counted the calories for 250 and was just like, all right, I'll never get to there. So yeah, and then of course I have those days where I'm like, you know what? I want to eat food. Of course, always being aware of that calorie, because I'm supposed to have 2,100 calories. It being no exercise, 2,100 calories in a day. So I'm like, all right, for 250, that's not a big deal. I'd never get there. I think the most I'll get is like 1,500 calories, if that.
Oof.
I actually really don't even feel it. I never feel like I'm actually hungry, though.
So do you just have like one shake in the morning, or?
Yep. I have a shake
and then one at night.
I have a shake in the morning. I have a small meal for, my lunch breaks at work. And then I have a shake in the evening. And the shakes are pretty fucking good. You know, I mean, it's high protein, you know, low calorie kind of deal. So it's nice. So yeah, I'm also teaching myself how to do 3D editing or 3D software, creating 3D models.
Nice.
Yeah, I found out there's this thing called Blender. Granted, I completely suck ass at it because I'm still learning, but you could animate in that thing. I was like, oh man, how fucking cool would that be if I could figure it out? How to do a animation, at least for our shorts, you know, and get those
little animatics.
Yeah, you know, now of course I'm thinking, you know, my mind's going like, oh man, I can make it so fucking detailed, you know, realistic, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, you know what? It's probably best if I go the opposite of that. Because the last time I was just like, oh man, I could make it look so cool. I made that logo, and the simplistic one ended up being being the cooler of the two. I was like, motherfucker, spent a week, fucking 8 hours a day working on that motherfucker. And I was like,
well, the thing is though, it's not a waste because that's experience with the program under your belt too.
Very true, very true. But you know, with because Aurelius, he sent me a couple logos that he did with AI, and there was one there I was like, damn, that's really simple, but it gets the point across. So I did it, you know, I kind of did a mock-up of it, and I was like, you know, with the two axes in the back, because it had two swords. I was like, the sword's kind of really I don't know. But with the two axes, I was like, all right, it looks a little goofy. Get rid of the axes. I was like, fuck, you could stick that on a book. You could stick that on a t-shirt. Like, holy shit. You know, this thing.
Merch store dropping next week.
Right. Fuck, dude. I was, but yeah, then I got into a rabbit hole, and I was like, fuck, man, that'd be so cool if I could animate our, you know, our shorts at the very least. You know, some of the funny stuff or maybe the serious tone stuff, but you know, it's just like, damn, but that's way a ways off. Cause I mean, it took me 2 years of fucking doing, what is it, GIMP, to fucking learn how to do any half of that shit that I was doing for that one logo. And then it just ends up going to the wayside because fucking the simpler one won. The one I did in fucking like 30 minutes fucking ended up being better than the one it took me fucking 5 days.
Yeah, that's how it goes with stuff like that though, you know?
Yeah, very true. But we got the logo. We got the logo. And we got the name too. And then I found out that our name is going to end up being similar to another group's name, which sucks. But I mean, I didn't know it at the fucking time. Because Aurelius was telling me, he goes, yeah, it's, you know, he was telling me the group does it. I was like, who? Because I don't watch any of these D&D groups anymore because it's just like, I don't want to get the inspiration from them, you know? So I was like, you know, it's just a happy coincidence, but I mean, it works. It works. And if somebody has a problem with it, oh, well, you know, we'll change the fucking name again. And somebody else will have a problem with it. Oh, well, it's too similar to this one. Whatever. So, yeah. But now let's get into commenting on comments. Part 2. So,
Part 2.
You know who I haven't seen a comment from? Postel. Or Anal Bum Cover. Anal Bum Cover has not commented either. Or, I mean, his name is supposed to be an album cover, but Anal Bum Cover sounds way better. So, let's get into the first one. Now, this was 3 weeks ago. It's been edited. So there's probably some fun stuff in here, but this one is a long one. So,
Can you post it in chat?
Yeah, I could post it. Let me grab this, do the old copy and paste, just Control C, Control V. Oh, dude, it's too big. That's what she said.
Oh, damn. posted in like 2 separate halves.
Pretty much. There you go.
All right.
Okay, so there's that one. All right, so let's go over this one. Would you like to read it or shall I?
Sure, I'll read the first one. This is from the last episode of the Master B.A.T.R cast when we started the tier list, I assume.
Yes.
So from 3 weeks ago, Kitty HP1 says, so far, not really any strong opinions on the race tiers. I think centaurs could be played better, such as a medic, artificer, or blacksmith might be fun. But then again, I enjoy support roles. Too many limbs for my brain to keep track of, though. Although playing as an MLP pack mule with daddy issues looking for their barred puppy might be amusing. Turns out their father is a dwarf that got a bit too frisky in the stables one night. Heyo! I have seen other people play Arakakra in interesting ways, such as an Arakakra Ghost Monk. Their flying mechanic was so cheese that it was doubled, and that made combat encounters so chaotic. Being a ghost, they got advantages on death saving throws, but the big bird was very squishy. That same campaign had a tiefling rogue that was hilarious. An ex-assassin that had settled down with a changeling from a rival guild. He thought she was a beautiful tiefling/human. He played the character so well, volunteering at the fire department because of fire resistance. He even saved an elderly citizen from exploding frogs. He tried intimidating an NPC once, and even then, he paid the guy for his troubles and fed him his own bindle of snacks. Also that he could rescue a missing cat. He really is the most upbeat rogue I've ever seen. I have been enjoying the ads so far. The casual pre-war propaganda sprinkled in definitely suits. The Red Rocket one I enjoy simply because both OCs both OCs I've referenced have associated lore. One converts the Red Rocket into a bar/workshop called the Nut and Bolt, whereas Nova would pass them and make weird culty hand gestures, not the mine heart kind, I should note. And chant vaguely suggestive remarks as part of a prayer/ritual before concluding with, oh, by the grace of Bob Cowwood, let us go forth and multiply. I should note Bob Cowwood is some shady pre-war lawyer I made up for Nova's backstory, and he is totally not Todd Howard with a fake mustache and monocle. His tagline, it is functional.
Jesus.
I would also appreciate some Unstoppables ads. I did have a fun idea for a Potato Crisps ad, but I don't want to spoil it too much. The Red Rocket OC I mentioned, the one with mechanical limbs, I will admit she is a bit OP. At least, I think she is. She has an Assaultron right leg that is a bit too big for her, and a Gen 2 left arm that she's converted to switch modes. It is, however, powered by a fusion core, which, if she caught a crit on that arm, she's likely going to get turned into paste. She can detach both limbs for modification and repair. As for stealing the Holy fans, that's cool. I ripped it off some comment I read on a video about identical twin sisters. One was in a lacy mini dress, the other was not. I think you can fill in the rest. Please let Postel be the patron saint of the Holy fans. It will amuse me. Guest star him for your 100 sub special.
Oh, God. Oh, geez, that'd be nothing but just straight up fucking political propaganda.
For real?
Fuck.
As for the rest of the responses, I don't quite have enough paint thinner to drink in order to tackle the mathematical hypotheses constructed by my partially embalmed brain. Perhaps that's for the best, lest I break your DM by reducing him to a fit of giggles. Also, there's already fan art, but it ain't the best, as I tend to have more experience with the feminine form. We saw the fan art, Kitty HP. It is amazing.
Yes, it is. 100%. That shit has me fucking excited, but also dying in laughter, because holy shit, is it funny.
She ends her comment saying, looking forward to more content as always, lads. Thank you very much for that, Kitty.
We will throw a heart on that. Yeah, so let's break, because this one's a big one. So the pre-war ads, the Red Rocket one, that's the one where I said, you know, the Red Rocket's not just what your dog gets. We had a lot of fun with that. Oh yeah. I mean, doing the transatlantic fucking hello there. That shit was just fun as fuck. But then it's like, okay, you know, we're doing these ads. Let's have a little more fun with them. That's why I was like, okay, Red Rocket. I mean, I've heard of the term Red Rocket before. I was like, oh, well, you know, I mean, Red Rocket's what a dog gets. So why not just say, well, Red Rocket, it's not just what your dog gets. And fucking Axel here, Nick, came up with the song that's playing in the background of that ad, and holy fuck, that just that ending, I mean, just could not have been timed more perfect. Where I
it's
say,
not just what your dog gets,
right? Like fucking, I was just like, Red Rocket, not just what your dog gets, and you hear it just like, not just what your dog gets. I was like, fuck, man, that's perfect. That's fucking, that is beautiful.
The stars align,
right? Unstoppable ads. So the comic book character things have been seen in the I wouldn't say seen. I think we'll be using like the Unstoppable ads kind of showcase you know, fan art. I think that would kind of tie in real well with an Unstoppable ads. I already know what the Potato Crisps ad is referencing, because if you don't know, the Potato Crisps in Fallout come in a can, a tube can, kind of like Pringles. And yeah, throw a couple irradiated.
Have you ever wondered how to get a cylinder about 5.4 inches in diameter out of a Potato Crisps can?
Yeah, throw a couple sponges in that bitch and a rubber glove over it. And you're gonna have people going, what does that do? Hey, what you do with a rubber glove, 2 sponges, and a Pringles can ain't my fucking business.
It'll keep your husband occupied for a few hours so you can finish dinner.
Shit. It'll keep him from beating on you while you cook dinner again.
While you cook up Salisbury steak.
He can enjoy his Grey Tortoise brand cigarettes when he's finished. Fucking hell. But no, yeah, the Potato Crisp thing is, that shit's funnier now. When we get a shop going, we should have a fucking a gussy. I ain't even gonna lie. See if we could get a
partner with Bad Dragon.
Yeah, see if we could get in contact with a sex toy company that'll fucking
Kieran's Gussie.
Kieran's Gussie. Just make it the most unappealing looking hole, but when you're desperate, you know.
Purge the demons and chase the snakes.
Oh fuck. Make sure to throw down some ropes. Shit.
Oh, definitely be throwing ropes.
And let's see. So the opinions on the race tiers. You know what? Get some opinions. Get some strong opinions so that we can go. Yep. You sure your character doesn't throw the mine heart signals out there? This race is quite inferior, but take mine heart.
Does he snagged?
Like holy shit. But no. I mean, yeah, the you know, that's not a bad thing to not have really strong opinions on the tiers yet, because I mean we're trying to keep it pretty fair. If we don't know, we don't know. You know, we will do a quick little research. It's just one of those things. But I mean, a centaur as a MLP pack mule with daddy issues is. Or sorry, with daddy issues looking for their bard puppy is an amusing thing. The dwarf, however, getting a bit too frisky in the stables. I mean, that's an image, and I'm trying not to think about.
I kind of wondering what dark magic like conjured inside that horse to make that centaur happen.
He's like, the dwarf has just magical abilities. He's a spellcaster, so he levitates up.
That wasn't in Pan's Labyrinth.
He's like, I will levitate myself up towards you. Take it all in all its glory. Hadoon. Oh shit! But yeah, the Holy Fans thing, we're definitely ripping that off. So yes, so thank you for the
And
comment.
the patron saint will be Postel.
Yeah, it has to be, has to be. So yes, thank you for the comment, and we will be moving on to the next one, which was posted. And it sucks that we don't get to these quick enough, but you know, shit happens. So the next one's on episode 17 of our Fallout TTRPG, which is called Run and Hide. And she goes, Kitty, HP1, of course, says, Kitty.exe not responding. JK, you motherfuckers. Good thing I've started drinking with a straw instead. Today's dumbass comment is sponsored by Abraxo because I am dead. The Dolores bit in the Orion reference made my ribs very sore. And Hop Along Kitty, or no, Hop Along, I'd also accept Peggy but that's because I'm immature. I can't read, apparently. I feel like this episode should have been called One in the Pink and One in the Stink, because y'all are in the sewer. I am kind of worried what the mechanical noises are. Hopefully it's something incredibly non-threatening. Well, and I'm having a hard time remembering the Dolores bit. The Orion reference, yeah, I think that's probably going to keep popping up, seeing as somebody's got to assure us that he's not fudging his dice rolls. I swear, guys, I swear. That's probably going to pop up more than once. And in the new episode, Hop Along or Peggy will definitely be getting some muchly needed love. Now, One in the Pink, One in the Stink. Because we are in the sewer. That, I mean, would have made sense, but what was the pink? Was it the mist that people would have gotten turned into by Bush, or was there?
It was the Fancy Lads, obviously.
Was it? I was about to say that's too soon. The Fancy Lads definitely didn't make this episode yet. It's after this episode, I believe. Let me look. Nope, it's 2 episodes away. But what is the pink for the stink? Because if I remember correctly, I think, maybe it could have been the dead ghouls.
Yeah, it could have been like the viscera.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, it could have been the viscera from the ghouls after, Bush, decided to not listen to D.A.T.R. and go, you know what, fuck it. Bush need drug. So yeah.
This is your brain on Psychojet. Any questions?
Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was wild. Jesus Christ. Some of the ass pull you guys have is pretty damn funny. But we're glad that we made your ribs very sore. So
very glad.
Hell yeah. It's good that we're getting people to laugh. I mean, we're getting at least one person who's vocal about the laughter, which me personally, I love. I love the fact that we're getting at least one person to laugh and laugh along with us, because I mean, shit, dude, there's times where some off the wall shit is said and it is just the funniest shit ever. Like,
there's at least one moment of that every episode where someone says some off the wall stuff.
It's either Kieran or fucking Hummy. It's one of those two. One of those two are gonna say some off the wall shit where you're just like, fucking hell. So, do you want me to copy and paste this one too?
Yeah.
All right, got you. Now, this one was posted on episode 18, The Children of Adam.
All right. So again, from Kitty HP1 on episode 18. I had my suspicions that those mechanical sounds would lead to something like this. after Bush had his melon finger blasted. After Bush had his melon finger blasted like a bowling ball, I was kind of expecting it. Talk about Wild Wasteland. I do wonder if one of the robots is wearing a kilt and the other has a hot rod paint job. The holy fire of Adam's joy? I don't know. Given in Fallout 4 that one Deathclaw you fight in Concord, I wonder if this is a common problem in Boston sewers and if an underground church can hunt them. That is assuming it's not secretly iguana meat or something.
Oh, shit.
Filet-o Flanagan, freshly marinated in piss. Again, meanwhile, Bush and Hummy are covered in puke. Ravi is soaked in blood. Definitely been a rough night. Yeah, understatement of the century, and it didn't get much better.
It did not. So, yeah, the mechanical sounds definitely, it would lead to robots, obviously. The arena that the children of Adam were, having is definitely a weird one. And to be completely honest, I think the book really only put them there, put the arena for the robots there, just for the simple reason to keep the players from, attacking, outright attacking, because these robots definitely push your shit in. But yeah, I mean, it is definitely an interesting concept, an arena of robots. We could say that one had a hot rod paint job for sure. I mean, it would make sense because these robots were cobbled together. The kilt, however, I don't know, because I mean, I would think a kilt is kind of hard to find in Boston unless it's completely just tattered and whatnot. But maybe there was. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know if one of the robots was, but we could easily say one of them had a hot rod paint job. Because like I said, it would make sense. I mean,
like maybe they were scavenged from the Atom Cats?
Could be. Scavenged from the Atom Cats. It could have been that maybe somebody thought that flames on a robot would make the robot more deadly. Maybe.
Well, I mean, that is kind of true. Everybody knows that when you put stickers on your car, every sticker adds +5 horsepower. So painting flames on a robot, it has to make it more deadly.
Well, and that's like the color purple making things invisible, I mean, it's just how things are, Now, that's a good, Kitty does bring up a good point. The Deathclaw you fight in Concord, is it a common problem in Boston sewers that there's Deathclaws, or was it secretly quote unquote iguana meat? So the Deathclaw that they serve was not a Deathclaw. However, it was believed to be a Deathclaw to them. It is secretly iguana meat. So good one figuring that out. There's no fucking downside to eating iguana meat. I mean,
Fair.
it's the other white meat. Just like long.
Wait a minute. Iguanas are native to like fucking Nevada and California. How'd they end up in Boston?
Filet-o Flanagan marinated in piss again. Yeah, that was pretty funny how he totally just played the part of the dead body. And yeah, it was for damn sure a rough fucking night. Because they ended up, I believe they ended up leaving the sewer. Yeah, some of them left the sewers, and then Graft ended up going back in or leaving the sewers. I can't remember. It's been a minute. Please forgive me. So we'll make sure to put put a heart on that one. Oh, there you go. So now the last one. So 510, the looking eyes. You leave Soko out of this. I'm trying to think, what the hell was Soko?
Let me look at the comment.
Yeah, well, pull it up at 510 because I'm I'm spacing on Soko.
Which episode?
Episode 19, yeah, fancy lads and a plan.
Let's see.
Yeah, you may need to.
Oh, Soko, Southern Comfort.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't drink Southern Comfort, so I didn't know. So yeah, I had no fucking clue. I mean, I'll drink piss water, called Budweiser. I won't drink the hard stuff. Oh, so
I just drink rum.
So what was the Soko in reference to? Or was it just we said Soko or Southern Comfort?
We said something about Southern Comfort.
Well, what did we say? You had the fucking video up. Pull it out. Come on, Jamie.
From Southern Comfort.
Oh, Kieran was saying that he was drinking Southern Comfort tonight.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it makes sense. He was getting into character. They call it method acting, I believe. You just show up to work drunk. Hey guys, I'm just over here enjoying things.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from sea to sea.
All right, now pull up 1755. Or wait, no, it's 1755. Peanut sugar cookies. I'm guessing this is the cookie conversation. And Choco lesbians. Okay.
Choco lesbians are good too. 'Tis a brand of biscuit that many can't pronounce, hence we call it that.
Hang on. Let me look this up real quick. Choco Is it Leibniz? Choco Leibniz?
Yeah.
Leibniz?
I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, but they call them chocolate lesbians. Do not look up my search history. I will have to purge my history because,
after you purge the demons, watching videos of chocolate lesbians.
Hey, you shut your whore mouth, all right? Jesus. All right, given Nova's tendency to sniff the fumes from her own hip flask of moonshine, she'd probably oh wait, no, let me go back. I didn't even comment on the thing. So yeah, they had a conversation about fucking cookies. Sons of bitches.
And Robbie was talking about like peanuts. He's like, well, if you don't know what a peanut is, you probably don't know what a walnut or a cashew is.
Like that shit, I ain't even gonna lie, that shit was pissing me off and making me laugh at the same time. I was like, what the fuck? It's
like a 10-minute tangent.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, this motherfucker's quoting the back of a fucking ice cream container. He says, if you can read lips. And we all just kind of go brain dead there for a second. Like, wait a minute. Is he spouting this shit off? No, he's reading something. It's like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, that cookie thing. Oh my God. I was like, nope, done. Not fucking playing that game. But given Nova's tendency to sniff the fumes from her hip flask of moonshine, she'd probably remark, nah, that's just how his face looks. Then turn to Kieran and noisily snort. Smells like piss and shit. He just came from the sewer, so that tracks. Fuck. Oh shit. I mean, would make sense. It would make sense. And also, I'm guessing things got a bit too heated, hence the ad break. Actually, that is incorrect. So what had happened was Kieran got too into character and it said some shit that we'd probably get in trouble on YouTube for. So we ended up cutting it. So he had said some shit that we probably would get in trouble for. It was all about Mayor McDonough though. But yeah, it was just like, all right, it's a bit much. And he even said, yeah, we're gonna have to cut that. Which, I mean, we were all like, whoa, what the fuck? But when we get our Patreon up and running, I'm sure we'll put that up there, because if you're going to try to cancel us, folks, you're going to have to pay. Because now people are going to be like, wait a minute, what'd they say? Hack them. And
I am the anonymous hacker known as 4chan.
Oh, shit, right? God, I don't want to invoke that fucking voodoo. Jesus. This is what
And
they
here
said.
you'll see a picture of the Grinch holding a handgun. Dude,
He'll be
that old video of that fucking newscast fucking kills me.
He's holding a gun while bent over and his ass cheeks are spread wide. So much so you could see the stitch mark between the cheeks fucking just holding on for dear life before it splits.
You see into his bonus hole.
Oh, shit. 5218, Dolores pretending that she's satisfied with her husband or pretending to still care about him for the stipend of caps. I mean, I respect the hustle. Once again, if Nova were present, she'd be shaking her head, amused and smirking at the mention of spreadable like butter. I get it. She's had more rights than the highwayman. Oh my god.
Uh,
Holy shit. I forget the
and then
spreadable
she
about butter. Yeah.
And she timestamps 10206.
Sounds lovely.
So,
that was the ice cream, I think. Yeah, I think that was the ice cream. Guess who's getting drawn next? And Ravi ended up getting his drawing, which perfect. Like I said, perfect. It looked like he was putting on lipstick, but he's eating something. But still, the fact that I could see Ravi doing the whole Silence of the Lambs, even the tuck, 100%, he's doing the tuck. And just opening up his fucking cricket uniform and just showing off. Goodbye, horses. Hilarious. And even if it's just hilarious to me, I don't care. Talk about roasted nuts. Who knows? Maybe he's got a Minecraft block cock from vigorously waxing his disco stick. That one's a good one. That one's a fucking good one. Holy shit. And
waxing his disco stick. That is crazy word.
She's fucking referencing when Hummy pulled his gun out and tapped you on the sack and you thought he was trying to cop a feel. You're like, you disgust me. It's like, motherfucker, I was gonna shoot your dick off. At point blank. That was the DM to the character, or DM to the player. Hey, don't get too violent. Oh shit. Let's see. No one thinking to inspect the Reaver corpses for, say, a note. That right there does bring a good point. So why don't you guys inspect corpses for, say, notes or items or things? I mean,
because we forget important shit all the time and we forget what we're supposed to be doing.
You guys just go, okay, well, let's role play a little bit and then go straight to Doom killing simulator. What were we supposed to do?
I mean, for real. That's basically what happened.
Oh my god, yeah. It was, hey, let's give the super mutant some drugs. See how that turns out. Oh shit.
Did you know they weigh over 800 pounds?
Did you know that a human bone cannot handle the weight of a super mutant crashing down onto them from that high up?
Fuck, my fucking leg.
Oh, you son of a whore. Let's see. Next one, 14206. Tis a wave, not a slap. Also, what was cut? Oh, what was cut? Oh, yeah. I said something I found out I shouldn't have said in reference to the slap. So yeah, apparently nobody. Apparently,
my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
But yeah, no. Apparently, it's insensitive what I had said, which was news to me. But I mean, it is what it is. I just literally cut. What did I think I cut the entire thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's okay. We're learning together.
We are learning together. Does not wish to go to war and has a pair of robots purely for entertainment. I like this cult. So that's in reference to the children of Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they just want peace. Well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, they don't want to go to war, but they have the means to defend themselves, and they would use it. It's like, what's that saying that, was it Teddy Roosevelt who said it?
Walk softly and carry a big stick.
Yes.
Or speak softly.
Something like that. Yes. Yeah. Walk softly. Yeah. Speak softly, but carry a big stick. I mean, and that's, I think that was the thought process behind this group, because at this point we're off the rails. So in the book, the shit doesn't make any sense as to what's currently happening. So making them more of like a peaceful group, giving the party a chance to see like, hey, here's a complete opposite of the Fallout 4, the Fallout universe's take on Children of Adam. Because in the games, they're attack on sight. Unless you are part of the fuck was that?
What?
It sounds like you're hammering a pipe up your ass.
Hold on. I think my headphone wire was just jostling around because I was moving in my chair.
Yeah. Pushing in your stool, huh? I got you.
You were here. Is this what you were hearing?
That is exactly what I heard. It sounds like you have the microphone in a pipe as you hammer it in your ass. There was flesh sounds to that, my friend. Flesh sounds.
All right, I'm gonna have to listen to this in recording when you release it. Leave that part in.
Oh, I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna try. I'm definitely gonna keep it. But yeah, no, I'm gonna try to get it out tomorrow. Hopefully.
I'm sorry, I was fucking readjusting my chair because this chair's fucking broken. It always like slides down when I lean back in it too far.
Well, that's because you went and bought a fucking MacBook, instead of a real PC.
Fuck you. Fuck you. How about that? How about that, boss?
It's all right.
How about you go fuck yourself?
It's all right. I got me a Chromebook. I'm not currently using it because, I'm not,
Yeah, it's funny. I have a Chromebook too.
Yeah, they're really useless. I mean, they really are. They're really good.
Mean, anytime after like 2017, they're basically bricks.
Well, I mean, they're good for typing out shit and doing simple tasks, but nothing, you can't put Discord on them. For some fucking reason, you have to go to the website.
The operating system doesn't. It's not like recent enough to even handle anything fucking downloaded onto it.
No, and the App Store shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this group of children of Adam are basically to kind of show the party like, hey, these people aren't, your typical children of Adam. They are, non-hostile. They'll get hostile. Like if the party showed up and just started, pumping lead out, I mean, they're pumping fucking lead and radiation back at the party. Like they don't want to fight, but they'll fight if they have to. So yeah, I mean, That's really what the robots were for. It's a nuclear deterrent, basically. It's there for their entertainment, but it's also there to deter people.
Mm-hmm. Mutually assured destruction.
Exactly. Like, if you're gonna come fuck us up, guess what? We're gonna fuck you up, and we will put a heart on that. Ow! Look at that. So yeah, that is all the comments. Looking forward to more though. Wait, let me refresh. Just to be sure, because there was that one. Okay, so alrighty. Because yeah, sometimes on the app, studio app, it doesn't show comments. And sometimes it says there's a comment, but I look it up, I do everything I can to find the comment. There's no comment. Either YouTube has flagged it, or the person ended up just deleting it, or maybe it's
to see a lot of the comments. To see a lot of the comments on the mobile app, I have to sort by newest because it doesn't show up automatically.
Yeah, and it's just like, what the fuck. But yeah, we like to reply to everybody's comments. However, if you commented something and it got taken down or anything, fucking find us on X. Tell us your comment. Because, I mean, shit. Well, hopefully we could get the notification there too, because sometimes we don't get those notifications either for some
we
reason.
don't. If your comment got deleted, it's YouTube that does it, because we don't delete comments. We didn't even delete Postel's comment.
No, we believe that if you're gonna take the time out of your day to leave a comment, whether it's positive or negative, we want to leave it there. We depending on how negative it is, if it's gonna force us into a position that we may, for instance, we may not want to be put into, like with
like don't come into the comments and start dropping slurs or something.
Well, I mean, like with Postel's comment of that politically
those come due, boys.
Yeah, that shit. It's like you're trying to put us into a position that we're really not caring to be put in. We're a gaming channel. We try to entertain. We're not here to speak politics. We may, reference something like the Mine Heart or what was it? There was another one that we referenced. Well, the Mine Heart one's a good example. We'll reference that, because that shit's funny. And the reason it's funny is the explanation behind it. So it's like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of goofy, because sometimes comedy just writes itself.
Yeah, but Elon Musk went on the world's biggest stage basically and did the gamer emote.
Yeah, and it's just like, all right, that's cool. But we're never gonna sit here and get political. We may talk about things that have, political, I guess, a political air about it. Like when we talked about the Veilguard, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah, when we talked about Veilguard, but we tried to navigate that in a way where we're not really getting into the minutia of the politics or the socio-political part of it. We're just talking about, hey, if you want to play a fucking game, play it. Who cares? If you're going to make a game, fucking make it for everybody, not just fucking, hey, let me beat you over the head with this message. Because regardless of the fucking message, it's fucking annoying. I mean, if the message was simply, hey, be kind to others, and you keep beating somebody over the head with it, we're going to get kind of annoyed. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, again? But, no, I mean, we'll leave your comment up. We may not reference it, but we're never going to delete your comment. The only comment I have ever deleted, there's two of them. They were from bots saying, what was it? It was SM ? Trade. Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck it meant, but I didn't like it because it's just like SM trade. Like, get fucked. I don't fucking know you. What the fuck? Yeah, like fuck you. SM trade my ass. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? And then on top of that, you go to the profiles to even see if it's a bot, and they're fucking bots. A fucking profile that was made fucking 1 hour ago. Oh, okay. You happen to find our chat. Get fucked. Get fucked. Now watch, somebody's gonna create a bunch of spoof accounts. SM Trade. He said he didn't.
How dare you? I've been a fan for 9 months. Fuck you.
Oh shit. Oh fucking hell. So yeah. Yeah, if your comment ever gets auto captured by YouTube and you know it deletes it or something like that, just send the comment on X and we will reference it. Just tell us what video it was and what it was pertaining to so that we kind of know, like, all right, you know, this is what the person was commenting. Don't put us in a corner or try to put us in a corner to agree or disagree on something, because we're just not going to acknowledge it, because again, we're here to entertain. We're trying to entertain. We're here to just have fun. Enough of that shit in the world. But all right. Man, my fucking eye itches.
Itchy.
Yeah, I'm allergic to cats, and there's this outside cat that's really nice. She's all white.
They're going to say I'm allergic to cats and I'm talking to a pussy right now.
I thought about it, but my eye actually is itching, so it's probably going to swell shut. But yeah, it's a cool-ass cat. I ain't even going to lie.
Well, all right. Enjoy the cat fever.
Oh, cat scratch fever? Oh, God. I got it right now. Quick, get me a Pringles can with two sponges and a rubber glove and some liquid soap. Don't ask. Just do it.
I won't ask and you don't tell.
Whoa. This is 2025, man. You don't ask and I'll fucking tell you. I'll tell you till I'm blue in the face. I'll tell you till you tell me to stop, and then I'll call you a fucking piece of shit for telling me to stop. All right. Anything else we need to cover?
I need to give my song recommendation.
Oh yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
Yep. So, because it's been a while, I'm actually going to give a recommendation for a full album.
Uh-oh.
It's on, I've only been able to find it on YouTube. It might be on like Spotify or like Apple Music or something, but the full album is Rat Taxi by Louis Zong. That's Louiezong. Louis Zong, Rat Taxi.
Is he Asian?
I don't know.
Zong is Asian.
All I know is that he makes good music. That's all I care about.
Was he a country music singer?
No.
What the hell's he saying?
It's it's mostly instrumental music. It's like it's like kind of ambient, like EDM and like hip hop-ish kind of stuff.
Okay, so he's like a DJ.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was like a country western singer named Louis Zong. I'm like, how does that work? That's a new one.
Well, I mean, in WWE in the early 2000s, there was this guy whose whole gimmick was the Asian redneck.
He was Jimmy Wang Yang. That was a fucked up gimmick. That was a completely fucked up gimmick. And goddamn, did he play it fucking perfect. He's like, hi, y'all. My name's Jimmy Wang Yang, and I'm here to take over the WWE. It's like, dude, you got a gimmick from like the fucking 70s. Like, that's fucked up. Like,
that's because Vince McMahon is a horrible salesman and he doesn't actually know what's good.
He's like, yeah, how about this? Let me paint you a picture while I shit on this woman. All right. So,
no.
Picture a redneck, but not your typical JBL redneck or your Stone Cold Steve Austin redneck, but an Asian redneck. He's gotta be a Chinaman. I don't know if he's Chinese.
Well, Vince wouldn't know the difference.
True. Very true. He could have been Vietnamese. Wasn't he Vietnamese? He's either, you know what? Now I got to look it up because if I called him Asian, I just did that man a disservice. Jimmy Wang Yang race. Oh, he's Asian American. Oh. Oh, he's Korean.
I mean, yeah.
So he's half Korean. Okay. All right. So I did his ass a disservice. My bad.
My bad, Mr. Yang.
I did like that Jimmy Wang Yang gimmick as a kid, but then, you know, as I got older, I was just like, oh man, that's fucking terrible. That's a 70s. Yeah, that's a 70s terrible gimmick.
For real.
He had the working man coming to the WWF. Gonna teach these WWF wrestlers what for. And it worked in the 70s. But, you know, in your modern era, it really didn't work. Because he gonna go one-on-one with the Undertaker. All right. Well, we're getting the fuck out of here.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Yep. Thank you. Love you.
Master B.A.T.R. Cast. Bass on the left and Slacker on the right. Two idiots who masturbate all night, talking about nothing at all, just throwing shit at the wall. This tavern's got no endless fear.